Welcome to Storied Audio. Claire sat on the edge of the bed, scrolling through yet another unanswered message. Daniel hadn't come home again. It was past 2 in the morning. He always had excuses: late meetings, urgent deadlines, crises at work. But something had shifted. She felt it in the rushed kisses, the distant eyes, the texts he hid, the calls he stepped outside to take. Even her best friend, Lisa, finally said what Claire was too afraid to voice: "He's probably cheating." The breaking point came on a Tuesday night. She had cooked his favorite dinner, lit candles, even put on the blue dress he loved. By 10 the salmon was cold. By midnight she was crying. By 1 she had made her decision. She couldn't stay in a marriage where she felt completely alone. Daniel came home at nearly 3 to a silent house and a note waiting for him. "I don't know who you are anymore. I can't live in a marriage built on doubt. Don't look for me." He stood frozen, the paper trembling in his hands. He had risked everything to keep her safe. His identity, his honesty, even his presence. And now she was gone. Claire moved 3 cities away, staying with Lisa until she found a tiny studio near the bay. She blocked Daniel's number, not out of anger, but because hearing his voice would break her resolve. She tried to rebuild her life, but Daniel didn't stop. He took emergency leave from the agency, offering only the bare minimum explanation. His handler warned him about the danger of blowing his cover. Daniel only said, "I know what's at stake if I lose her." He tracked Claire for days until he finally saw her at a farmer's market. Healthy, calmer, but not happy. He followed her from a distance, gathering the courage he'd never needed in the field. The next morning he waited outside her apartment. When she turned and saw him, the color drained from her face. He looked exhausted, unshaven, but his eyes locked onto her like she was the only thing keeping him upright. "5 minutes?" he asked. "That's all." Inside, he sat across from her and pulled a badge from his coat. "I don't work in an office," he said quietly. "I'm undercover. Covert ops. I'm not allowed to tell anyone, not even my wife." Claire stared at the badge, her breath unsteady. "So you lied to me." "I was trying to protect you," he said. "The last few months I was tracking someone targeting operatives' families. I had to distance myself. It killed me, Claire. But I had to keep you safe." She turned away, torn between anger and heartbreak. "I thought you didn't love me anymore." Daniel crossed the room and gently turned her toward him. "You were the only thing keeping me sane. Every night undercover I thought of you. You are my home." Tears filled her eyes. "I don't know if I can forget the pain." "I don't expect you to," he said. "But maybe we can rebuild. No more lies. Not ever." She hesitated, breath trembling. "Stay." The road ahead would be long, trust fragile, but for the first time in months, Claire wasn't afraid. Subscribe for more audio stories.